That's a good episode. Name, I think. Yeah.
Joshua,
Yes.
how many keys was it?
I don't know, like one.
Just one?
Yeah, it was. It's a goldenish key.
No, Alice found some keys, but they two
Let me see.
with a
No,
thing.
your camera's on your right hand side, Grandpa. Let me see this here. Uh, let me ask her.
Yeah, this is two keys, and it's got a thing on it too with an F on it.
F. Oh, let me see. Let me send her an invite.
It's a gold key and a silver key.
Let me see. Let's see if we can answer this. See if we can answer this problem. All right. Hold on. We're live now too, Grandpa. We named the episode Flyby.
Oh, we live? Where's Freddie at?
he's here. He's just he's getting his beer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we was live.
Uh, Let's see here. Well, I gotta share it anyway. But Grandpa, let's get this. Tell us about how your birthday. How's it feel to be 91?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think about it.
You want me to start out with my beer?
No. We're waiting for Uncle Pooh. I was just saying, tell me how tell the people how you feel to be 91. You just had a birthday.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I did when I was 90.
Okay, nothing
Yeah,
nothing different.
when I get to be 92, I hope I'll feel like I do in 91.
All right.
Ain't no big
Hey,
change. I can still get around there a little bit.
Hey,
yeah, you can. Hey, man.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good
say
afternoon.
good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, it's been like a whole couple of days since I seen you.
Yeah, how about that? That was quite an experience we had there, though. We was over here in the Detroit area, and next thing I know, we over in Chicago. Next thing
Yeah,
back home again.
and back home quick.
Next thing I know, Sean is back to Washington D.C. I said, "Boy, this is the 21st century."
Tell them what you're talking about.
That's what we're trying to get together here.
Yeah,
No, now we got all the players. Let's get the beers.
we
What
got
beer
all
you
the
got,
players.
Grandpa? What beer you got today, Grandpa?
Oh, I have here a Samuel Adams, Samuel 76. I guess that meant that it was a 76s. I don't know what that meant. 1876 or 1976, probably 1876. But that's about
Baby.
the time when Samuel Adams was around, wasn't it? No. He was dead by then. So got my
Uh, Hold on, I'll take a look in a second.
Well, regardless, it's not 1976. So
It's definitely not 1976.
yeah, that'd be a little.
What's the name of the beer?
No, we're trying to figure out what year that they're proposing.
Oh, I'm just thinking. I saw the 76 there, and I was thinking of the spirit of 76. So I'm thinking that okay, 1776, the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, yeah, that makes
I'll
sense.
buy that.
I just had to go back another 100 years.
Yeah,
I'll buy that.
that's Samuel Adams. Okay, that's
Spirit of
interesting.
76, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that all fit pretty good.
Man,
So,
I have a permanent funeral
oh,
by Three Floyds and I guess Pig Destroyer. I guess they made this together. I didn't notice that. So this is I think it's a double IPA, but it's 10.5
right.
ABV. It smells fantastic.
There.
Oh, how about that? That's the first I've heard of something that smelled fantastic.
Yeah.
Beer.
I got Sir Cerveza Del Rey. I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
Cerveza Del Rey. It's a Mexican style lager, 1 pint.
Yeah,
Well, one
this
pint, that's the amount.
This is a lager I got here too. If I didn't bring it up, it's 4.7% alcohol.
Well, this is interesting because this is a Mexican style lager, but it's brewed in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Brew Detroit LLC.
Classy, huh?
Yeah.
Man, this smells good, man.
Wait,
it's like real citrusy.
What's your pre-ranking, Grandpa?
Well, let me see here. First, I gotta check the head on it there.
Of course, ceremonial beer pour. Gotta have some.
Oh yeah,
It does look nice. I'm not like y'all. I always forget my glass. I'm in my office, so I don't.
Looking good there, you know.
It smells nice.
Where should it look? Let me taste it now.
What's your you ain't give your
pre-ranking?
You like it? 6.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a 6 then because I tasted it before I gave it a rank.
This is
I'm going with 7. 7.
I'm gonna go with 7 too. This has a nice smell to it. This smells good.
Yeah. What about yours, buddy? Got a nice smell to it?
Yeah.
And a nice taste?
Grandpa, I'm gonna have to bring you one of these. You will like this.
Yeah, this is solid.
What is it?
The Cerveza del Rey. This is good, Grandpa. You're gonna like this, Grandpa.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna like this a lot.
All right.
Well, Pops, I would tell you that you would hate this. You probably give this a 1. Which means I love it. So I'm gonna give it a 7.75.
7.75.
Yeah, this is pretty good. It could go up. It could go up. It's possible.
This is definitely gone up. This is good. This is solid.
Okay, we got 2 winners over here. Well, Pop's got a 6.
It's still 6, but it's on its way. I can get a 6.5 out of it for the season.
Uh-oh. Yeah, oh, you're going to the top of the meter there.
I think this is. I might, Grandpa. If this makes it out the house, I'm gonna have to bring you a can.
If it makes it out the house, huh?
If it makes it out the house, this is not bad. I didn't have high expectations, but the smell was good. This then crept up to a 7.5 right now.
Oh,
nice.
You sure that's beer you're drinking?
Mm-hmm. Trust me, Grandpa. I might have to bring you some down there, and you might have to change that tune. This is good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, this is solid. I'm enjoying this beer.
It's refreshing. It doesn't have any weird aftertaste. It's a good smell. I mean, this is a good beer. Cerveza del Rey is solid.
Man. I'm gonna have to go up to an 8. This is awesome.
What name? Give me that name again.
Which one? You talking to me or who?
Permanent Funeral.
He says what? Permanent what?
Permanent Funeral.
Oh, Terminate Funeral.
Permanent.
Permanent Funeral.
Funeral.
Yeah.
Grandpa don't seem like he went.
I don't know. I don't think I could select that for a permanent funeral.
Grandpa got too much life to live for that.
Yeah.
yeah. It's good though. It's good. I'm enjoying it. But it's bitter, Pops. It got the hops in it.
Yeah,
I know you don't care for that.
This Samuel Adams, this Samuel 76, it's a little bit bitter too, but I could get used to it.
Okay, all right. Your palate changing, huh?
Yeah.
Look at you growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it.
So,
Grandpa, tell us about your flight. Tell us about your experience this past weekend.
Huh?
Tell us about this past weekend. You said you're in the 21st century.
Yeah, we took a son came from Washington, D.C., picked me up, another one of my sons, and we went on to another son's house in Chicago now.
Yeah. He did a flyby for his birthday. Happy birthday, belated birthday, today anyway.
You wish me a happy birthday there.
Yeah. But so he
Over the 12th, 1929. Oh, that's
1929.
wasn't it?
Nah, man, that was a couple of blinks ago, man. He's a young man.
Long ones.
1999.
Yeah.
Long winks.
That's some serious stuff.
It was very enjoyable. We was flying there. He was flying a plane that a Cyrus that can fly itself. So all you got to do is get it off the ground and forget about it. It's just like when he's driving his Tesla. You got to worry about no hands on the wheel, no nothing. Just sit back there with the instrumentation, nothing to do. Anybody fly it, he said, but you might have a little trouble landing. Of course, that's the key part of it, landing.
That's the key part. You gotta get down on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though, man. Y'all just got up.
Nice. That little airport by your house there.
Yeah.
It was nice, we didn't have no problem, ain't none of that going through immigrations and body search and stuff. You just fly into the airport, get out the plane, and then you're free,
Like, okay, so let's talk about that, right? Because it was really laxed in that building. You just walk onto the plane and off you go, right?
Right.
So isn't that just another way that rich people enjoy this country better than the rest of us?
Oh, definitely so.
Right?
Definitely so.
Like Sean say, airplane people, they're different, right? I mean, I want to be an airplane person. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
That's the next level, man. Like,
that's the next level.
Like, the Taylor family's land, sea, and air. We got self-driving cars. Uncle Hank is the boatman. Dad's the plane guy.
Yeah.
I'll be the bike man. I'm getting me a mountain bike.
Oh, okay. I thought you want to say motorcycle. I was like, Grandpa, we over here.
No, I had enough of the motorcycles there.
I thought he was talking about a cycle.
Yeah.
Like,
we're
stationary.
We're looking at getting a stationary bike for the house for the winter.
You talking about the stationary cycle? Yeah, I tell them get rid of that one I got out there.
There you go, Josh.
Huh?
Dad got one.
You say you're getting rid of it, Grandpa?
I was thinking about that and getting me a speed bike. I feel like I can get in motion.
Yeah, if you're trying to get rid of that bike, I'll take that off your hands. We're looking for a stationary bike at the house.
You just might have it then, because I think I'm gonna get me one of them things where with the Wi-Fi on it.
Oh, you playing games, Grandpa? Let me get off work. I'll be over there today. I've been looking for the right kind, because I'm like, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because I don't need all the bells and whistles. I just need something to stay in one spot and I can just move my legs.
It got weight loss. It's got endurance. It's got
Grandpa,
on there,
Grandpa, have someone put that by the door. I'll be there today. Grandpa, can you show Ashley the keys you were talking about?
I told you.
Was it 2 keys or 1 key?
It's 2.
There we go. 2 keys with a label on it says F.
Yes, those are them. I told you, Sean.
I don't know what she said was fell in the closet or something or what. But anyway, she looked around when I told her and she found me.
Oh, I knew it. Oh boy, this feels like a victory.
Hey, actually, Grandpa said we might be able to take that stationary bike off his hands too.
You know what I said? I said, if you can reach it, I'll hand it to you.
Hey, I'll take it.
That's funny.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Check your inbox. This is the bike we bought.
Oh, okay.
But it ain't got all the bells and whistles. I wasn't paying $2,500 for a bike. I ain't got it in me.
I like to think that I'm very fancy and I like fancy things, but even when I saw the price of that bike, was like, oh. Oh,
Well, you gotta remember, like nothing you about to show me is about to be good to me because Grandpa said I can just come over his house and get it for free. Hey, that free changes everything.
Everything.
Oh man, it's a blessing, Grandpa. You done changed my day. I was stressing about getting a stationary bike, but now I don't gotta spend no money.
Come on out front where you can stick and see.
Hey, Bo,
Hey, sis, how you doing?
how you doing?
I'm good. I'm drinking beer with Dad.
I see.
Alice always talking about her show, but then she always wants to be on the show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Make her guest appearance. Chris, come here.
oh wait, do you have beer in there, Sean?
Yeah, I got beer in here.
Like more than one?
Belinda.
Yeah,
Oh,
one.
Oh, please. I'm coming.
Cerveza. Yeah, man. But like to get back on what Claire was talking about. Who the heck? How'd you get in here without? Wait a minute. Oh, that's the closet. I'm like, how'd you come in here without going through a door? Hey, Auntie. Hey, man, this is.
Hey, birthday man.
Yeah, I had a nice one too. You know, very enjoyable.
You forgot it was your birthday, but it was still good though.
Oh yeah.
How you do that?
Let me see. Hold on. I'll tell the story because I'm gonna do a birthday toast.
Oh, you're doing the stories.
Okay. All right. Gotta be quick because I'm expecting a visit. But quick toast. Hey niece. Hey nephew. Quick
Hey.
toast to the birthday man.
Okay.
91 years young.
What do you
But
What do you
I
drink?
was telling Pooh this morning that
Yeah, ask him something.
I give credit to you and Nay for the job that you all did. You raised a family in the hood, but you obviously made them think that they were rich because you got some of the bougiest doggone sons in the world. But they grew up in the hood and expect 5-star everything.
It's hard to be boozy when you're around boozy people.
I'm telling you, but y'all did a great job raising them in the hood, making them feel like they need it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, Grandma, picking people up from down the street in her car as opposed to walking down the street.
Yeah.
Look at, I said that. I say part of
That's
it
a
was
good
how
call.
they spoiled them. But whatever.
Good call there. Yeah.
But I gotta run.
Oh, hold on,
Love
Auntie.
all
Let me tell you a funny grandma story. It's really quick.
Uh-oh.
This is a bougie one. So when I was little, my mom was paying for me to have karate classes, right?
I remember that.
20
And she
bucks
was
a-
sneaking.
She was spending $20 a week on these classes, and Grandma Taylor walked in one day before it was over and saw one of them punch me in the stomach, and she was like, "Oh no!" So she never told my mom when she took me out the class, but my mom just kept giving her $20. So my grandma would take me to Toys R Us, to McDonald's. We'd be having lunch and everything, and she'd be putting like little pieces of dirt and stuff on my little uniform to make it seem like it was legit. Oh, here's mom. She done heard the story.
Taylor.
Mom done heard the story being told about the karate uniform.
Oh my gosh, he was the worst karate person. I'm like, show me some moves.
That sounds
He's
like her. Yeah.
I love
He
it.
was
Wow.
terrible. I'm like, you two grandmas owe me some money.
And they didn't never paid her back.
Never.
You know, Cole,
They would go.
All right, I gotta go,
I'm
y'all.
a killer would take Sean
he
to
would take out a karate class.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she would take them to McDonald's and Kroger's and do all of her chores and stuff. And my mom would press his uniform. And they set me up.
That's hilarious.
It was okay. They never paid me back either.
Yeah.
Hello, you is.
Glad you had a good birthday, Grandpa Taylor.
Oh yeah, I had a very good birthday.
Good.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah, that was
Oh, that's hilarious.
funny when it was, and that went on for a while too.
You know, Hank was kind of skeptical, when he didn't want too much for these small planes. 5 minutes in the air, man, he thought he could fly, For me, I think I might want to get me one of these,
Well, it's
Yeah.
different. It's
Ride
different.
along, and conversation, ain't got to worry about the plane, let the instrumentation take care of everything. That's a good
Well,
life.
Well, Grandpa, it's different. Like when you control something, when you control something, you don't feel as apprehensive. Like when you're in a small plane and it's some dude you don't even know flying it, I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
But if you in a small plane and you controlling it, I mean, if anything destroyed, it's your fault.
If I'm in the small plane and Sean in there, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like our odds, man.
all the pre-fight when Sean was flying in the government, you know. If Sean said he wasn't going, guys said, if Sean ain't going, I ain't going.
This don't sound safe.
None of that just was all science, you know. You look at the weather report and everything, say, no, it's too bad. The guy said, well, if he ain't going.
Yeah.
Because I know I ain't going. So that's the reputation he had. Everybody follow him. Say, if he gonna go, we'll go with him, you know. But
That's the next echelon, though. Getting a plane.
yeah.
That's freedom on a different level. Like you just say, I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Yeah, getting the plane is next level. I ain't ready for that one yet.
Because it's like you're not limited by the like with a car, you can go places, yeah, but you're not limited by terrain. You just of it. You above it.
If he gets a plane, or if I ever one day get a plane, I would be absolutely insufferable. Like
insufferable.
You couldn't tell me anything. You'd be like, oh, well, I can't do that because I don't have to. You've got a schedule? Oh.
That sounds like a
Get away from me. That sounds like a God.
Like the forest.
Yeah. Oh, I don't speak poor.
Oh my goodness.
The poor.
That's how I feel about people who put premium gas in their car. I'm like, damn, man, you just got money to blow. You just have a vehicle.
Listen.
Hey, I put premium gas in my car.
Yeah, I was just saying, you're talking to a premium gas man.
I ain't on that premium gas level yet. I ain't on that premium gas.
About going to Ep.65. You know, I looked up on the day Ep.85, $1.89. They went to $1.79. I quit putting regular in there and get me some Ep.85.
I wish my car could handle it. Like, I remember my dad drove my car once and he put premium in my tank. And I was like, man, like my car can't handle that. That's like that high octane premium go juice.
They say if you want to increase the life of your engine to every once in a while put higher grade octane gasoline in your car. It's supposed to help it out, actually. Not do it all the time, but if you do it every once in a while, like once a month, it's supposed to do wonders for your vehicle's life health.
Okay. Oh, well, I better be able to keep mine forever because it ain't had nothing though.
I would the whole tank of high octane, so I'll just mix mine with the regular. But my engine can't handle that.
Yeah, like I don't think my engine would make it.
What you say? I don't want my engine to get spoiled, so you know, start expecting the better things in life.
We'll run unless we got it.
Man.
Next thing you know, he wants some premium oil. Like, come on, hold up.
I do full synthetic. I do full synthetic oil. That's supposed to last you longer. I like that.
I got this one. I went to get some oil change because I was able 5,000 miles on the car in a whole year, you know. So I was thinking about getting this this tank. I had been putting in this synthetic oil, you know, on the other one. But this one, I said, well, I'll try to go for regular. So I went into the place and the guy goes through the book, you know. He said, no, you gotta put in the synthetic oil. Yeah, well, how much it cost? $80. That's a long way from 1995.
That's a long way.
Yep, big difference.
I've been doing full synthetic for years. I mean, I know it costs a little more, but it's that peace of mind, man.
Got money to burn, huh?
What do we put? This is gonna sound a little bougie, but like I don't even know what we put in my car. I haven't changed my own oil change since I got married, and I never want to go back. I don't even know what my next oil change is. Like, but I'm assuming I'm assuming we use full synthetic.
I tell them to put full synthetic in there. I said she's worth it.
Good. You know. Thanks, dear. Thanks.
Whenever I get the oil change, though, I expect my plate spaghetti to be hot when I get back.
That's fair. That's fair. I will make that trade.
2-ply toilet tissue.
With the ripples.
Oh man, that's a.
Hey man, I like this beer. I might go get me another one.
Oh yeah.
Is that a $12 beer?
Yeah, I was like it was like $20 for the 4-pack.
That's not bad.
$5
What kind of beer is it?
Double IPA.
I'll get $5 6-pack.
Permanent Funeral. About 3 Floyds. 3 Floyds is like a huge brewery in this area.
Yeah.
It's actually in Indiana, but like they make some killer beers. They really do.
A good.
Mm. And
Back when the world was open.
Yeah, their kitchen is amazing. Like, oh my God. Munster, Indiana, but I'll never know apparently because can't go outside still.
Yeah.
It's been a minute,
outside
man.
still
It's
being
still-
closed.
Wait, let's check the optimistic meter on Dad and his Trump victory. How you feeling, Pops?
Oh, you think because I ain't got but 20 days, I give it 10.
You still be done in 10 days?
10 days. My man is fighting. He's fighting in the city of New York about his taxes, and they said he gonna have to reveal them before election time. So I figure 10 days they should bring them taxes up. And once we find out that him and Putin are buddy.
That's what you're hanging. So you still optimistic, huh?
I'm still optimistic, yeah.
He done gave up on COVID taking him out.
But
Yeah.
being optimistic though, I almost got what I was looking at the 10 most. It's on YouTube. 10 most richest blacks in the country, and one of the guys he got 4.5 billion. I didn't know we had one with 4.5 billion dollars.
Robert Smith.
I think it was Robert Smith. He was number 1, I believe it was, and all 10 of them was there. I think Oprah might have been maybe number 4 or 5. You know, she's got a couple of billion.
Byron Allen might
Byron
be. I think
Allen.
Byron Allen wasn't in that.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, I was surprised, you know. That is what's called husband, right?
You said what's it called?
Beyonce.
Cousin.
What's called
Oh,
Kanye
wow.
was up there too. Kanye West was up in the top 10, you know.
Really?
I was really surprised.
Kanye is a billionaire. He's a legit billionaire.
Was Tyler Perry?
Tyler Perry, well, no, Tyler Perry didn't make it. But what was so interesting about it though was Tyler Perry has got a spread there in Atlanta, you know, a whole studio thing. And he went to all the buildings. I mean, it ain't no nickel and dime joint. I mean, he could put on Gone with the Wind now.
They say about to build an airport.
To go at that field there, he got 300 acres. So there's room enough for an airport in it.
That's some real power. Like
that's major. That's major.
That's checkmate right there. If you let a black person, if they let a black person make a legit airport, not just like a little one ramp, like I'm talking about a legit hundreds of thousands of people going through today. Oh no, that's a problem.
I want you to get that out about the 10.
You kind of fuzzy, Uncle Pooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why.
Did you know that?
Huh?
Michael Jordan got a couple of billion.
Yeah, I mean, he's been selling shoes to the hood for 20, 30 years.
I think
shoes to the hood.
Yeah, man, it's something else. I didn't know about the airport thing. Like, if he's making an airline, that's
now. Is he making an airport like an actual functioning airport? Or is he making one for filming? Because I know right now what he does is a lot of those spaces. So like he's got a White House, they've got traditional, you know, neighborhoods, they've got mansions.
Oh no, a functional airport, not for he owns something major.
That's real money right there. Like, you got to buy the airspace above the airport. Like that's.
Well, you got to buy airspace too.
Yeah, you can't just have an airport and not own the airspace above it.
I got some airspace up there, I believe.
DTW owns your airspace, Grandpa. They done bought it from Inkster years ago. That's why they fly over above the house all the time.
You mean to tell me airspace over the house, I can't charge him for it?
No, not above a few hundred feet. Like I'm completely serious. I believe DTW owns Inkster's airspace. That's why they can fly their planes in the landing position towards the airport. Remember, like it's been like 1 or 2 planes that's emergency landed on Inkster Road, like by the house.
Landed or
What
crashed?
was it like in the 90s?
Landed or
No,
crashed?
one landed. Well, both are taking crash.
The house. I guess he tried to make it back to the school ground or something. But anyway, he crashed right there on Stanford and Inkster Road, wrapped around a post.
There was an actual commercial. There was a commercial liner, like I think with a good amount of people on it. I'll look it up, but if I remember right, it was a bigger plane there was another one, the bigger plane that had like a lot of people on it that emergency landed on Inkster Road.
Flight 103. It was right there when you first come out there off of Middle Belt. That hill up there, that's where that big craft crashed at. That's what you're talking about? A commercial airliner.
It was when I was like a little kid. I remember it was some people who went to my church.
It was probably one of those
people who went to my church who were on that plane, I think.
I'll tell you what.
But they survived.
The only one survived was a little baby. That was the only one survived the accident.
That's a different one.
And they celebrate. I mean, they have not a celebration. They have a ceremony. They was having one every year, in remembrance of all the people that died. And the little girl was, she wasn't no little girl no more. She's grown up now, But she was coming back to those ceremonies. Yeah, that's unusual. Right. Only a baby to survive,
Well, they say when you crash, it's like what kills you is the impact. So if you're a baby, especially young enough, when your bones and joints aren't all the way fused yet, so the impact can travel through your body a lot easier. You have a better chance to survive. There are people who survive. Like there are people who survive jumping out of planes, and the parachute doesn't come out. Yeah. And they survive because they either pass out before they hit the ground and they bounce and they're limp, or they just luck up and like wherever they hit is not all the way hard enough to kill them. Like they're hurt and all that, but they're not dead.
It does happen. I wouldn't test it.
Because when you're falling, you can only go but so fast. Like you're not going to continuously gain speed. There's a certain point where you reach your maximum velocity, and certain people's bodies are different. So like once you hit the ground, you're hitting it as hard as you're going to go, regardless of whatever height you fell from, as long as you reach that terminal velocity. So then when you hit, it's just
interesting.
It's physics, man. It's like that. Like things don't just infinitely gain speed. Like that's not how it works. Like there's friction and all types of things, molecules in the air that are slowing you down because they're running into you and causing friction and all types of stuff. Like I think the fastest a human can just fall naturally is like 135 miles an hour. So like once you hit that speed, like you're not going to go any faster. So, it's just all about how you land.
Fast, man.
It's all about how you land. It's all about how and where you land at that point.
Well, 135 miles an hour.
That's pretty fast, man.
That is pretty fast, but they've done research like about how there's research done about how your body will react depending on the surface and just how loose you are. Like if you're like I said, if you're knocked out when you hit the ground and you allow your body just to go limp and bounce, you're probably there's a good chance, I shouldn't say great, there's a better chance than most that you will survive that.
There's a chance. That's the truth. I feel like you know who David Goggins is?
Yeah,
they can't hurt me. But I feel like his SEAL instructor, or the guy that was his recruiter or whatever, like that happened to him. Like he parachuted and somehow I think it got caught around his neck and he like lost consciousness but the suit, it didn't open or whatever, and he hit the ground and bounced and lived.
Oh yeah.
But it's because he passed out though, because they like if you stiffen your body up, you're like gone.
Yeah, you're
like dead. That's what they tell you in car accidents. Like you're just supposed to go, try to protect your head, but go limp. And maybe you make it.
Yeah, it'll disperse the energy. That's the thing, because like if you're tense, right, all that energy is going all the way into you, and it's like it's got nowhere else to disperse. But if you're limping, you're just flailing out, and you letting that stuff disperse. Like of course, it's probably going to tear a bunch of stuff, but it's rather torn than destroyed. That's it also depends on how you look at it. Like if you survive it and you can walk away, like you're just dazed and you're in extreme pain, but you can still have all your motor functions. That that's probably that's better. Like you probably don't want to get on a plane anymore ever.
Ever.
And that's a sign, maybe. Like maybe you should be above the surface so many feet in the air.
Yeah, I'll be all about the train life.
You know,
Train isn't so bad.
I don't know what they call these cars. They go about, I don't know, maybe no, not even maybe a mile or less. You know, at top speed, they get up to ranges of over 200 miles an hour. You know what I'm talking about? They start off a scratch to be two cars right next to each other.
All those they just
drag racing.
Drag racing.
Drag race with the parachute, you know.
Yeah, that's drag racing.
Young woman, man, she turned that car over. You look at it and say, ain't no way she could survive it. You know, the car flying all up in the air in pieces, you know. But the part that she was in, she strapped in, she got out and walked away. I said, oh, okay. So this is survivor.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, it's good that all that energy got dispersed as the car was spinning in the air. Like I was saying, it's not the fact that you're getting thrown someplace, it's the amount of energy that your body's absorbing upon impact.
Yeah, and nothing piercing your body.
Yeah, exactly. That's like hurricane logic. It's not the wind that's blowing, it's what the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember not a few years ago, I don't know, it had to be 10 years ago or something. Some old dude was in Florida and he was trying to prove that hurricanes weren't that big a deal. So he tied himself to a tree and like they didn't even find the body. It was just like, you know, I mean, it's a lot of water, there's a lot of stuff going. Like you're probably drowning. You don't know what else is happening, but you know, everybody's got a proof point.
Did they find the tree? I think that's the tree a couple of 100 years old, get rooted up.
Yeah.
Something come through there and take out everything. Make this like somebody was gonna build a road down through there.
But there are people like that. There are people like that who, like, you know, they got nowhere else to go. I mean, that's sad. But there's other people who want to challenge nature. Like a hurricane ain't nothing, or a volcano ain't nothing, or earthquake ain't nothing until it happens.
We see them now. Coronavirus ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
they don't kill a couple 100,000. That ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing. They was gonna die anyway.
Oh, and that ain't nothing.
I mean, you know, it's people, man, who like this weird logic, like they can defy things that are designed to kill you.
I just don't understand it. Everybody just stay home. I want to go outside.
I want to do things. I want to leave my house.
Yeah.
I want to wear some
travel.
Real clothes again. Oh,
It's saying numbers are going back up. It's like people just decided. Somebody was talking on the radio about it yesterday. They're like, yeah, man, it just seems like people just like, hey, man, at this point, I'm tired. They just gonna give up on it. Just let it happen. It's wild to me, man.
I'm gonna let them have it. Yeah, we gonna wait. I'm bored, but I that's all right. I'll order something else off of Amazon.
Oh, don't worry. I'm about my project today is getting down to Grandpa's house and getting that bike into the back of Ashton's truck.
And my keys.
That stationary bike. I'm serious. I'm coming after work today. I'm gonna drive down there. We're gonna have to figure out how to get off that porch.
Pop said he thinking about it.
Oh, you know, I can't get it, Grandpa.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, dang, I was excited. I was about to come down there and get it today.
That's a big boy out there.
It is big. You're gonna need somebody else.
One of them boys, you sit back, you know. It's a
it's a recumbent bike. Oh. I would say I've never been a cycler, like a person who was like, oh, I'm just gonna get on a bike today and just go for a ride. But at this point, Michigan reminded me last year how cold it can be. And frankly, these walks are already getting limited. My daily walks are like, I went from doing like 2 miles to 1.5 miles to like the other day I did like 0.7 miles. I was like, you know what? Maybe we go home.
It is not cold yet.
Listen.
It's letting you know it's getting there. It's like, hey, we're creeping up on it. We're creeping up on it.
It is not cold yet.
It's not as cold as it's gonna get, and that's what makes me sad.
Well, I mean, I'm not so worried about that. I'm like, I mean, I'll probably mow the lawn like one more good time, two more good times before it gets too cold.
There you go.
And you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
the-
that's large.
Is that a different one?
No, that's that what you call them?
The same one you always had?
Same one I've always had. It's so doggone heavy that you probably have to get a weight thing to get it down the steps. I mean, not off the porch, because me and Hank put it together. Oh, how long I had that thing?
must.
Man.
7 to 8
Well,
years.
back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
It's in
At
excellent,
least 8-10 years.
it's in excellent shape.
Gonna have to guess. Gonna have to find an old stationary bike then. Well, thanks anyway.
You got you a TV outside?
Yeah, I was excited that I'd have a TV out there so I could pedal and watch TV, you know.
Oh, nice. Now you just out there sitting around watching TV?
The one that was the one on the downstairs on against the wall, you know, hanging.
Oh, yeah.
Treadmill.
Uh-huh.
So what's going got the treadmill, the water, because Josh helped get the treadmill out. Him and
Oh
Alice.
yeah, that was an experience.
So this is the bike was up here, you know. So I just took the television and brought it up here to the bike.
You got plastic over it?
It's a plastic box. Cause the rain comes and they blow, and I had to cover the thing
Oh,
up.
that's a container.
So it's a plastic container over it.
That's clever. Okay.
I put that over there to keep it because I thought sure I had lost it when it rained the other day. Wasn't nothing on it, and the wind was blowing off onto the porch.
Uh-huh.
And I had forgot I had that thing out there. So man, when it didn't get too wet, but I blew it out real good, and you know, and it saved it. You know.
Okay.
It's even large, man.
Yeah.
Grab us
Yeah, I was putting in some miles out there. How many miles you say you put in, Freddie? 30 minutes?
Oh, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, that's what I thought I was gonna start doing.
I saw a couple bikes on Amazon. They're like around $200, and I'm just thinking, waiting a little bit, because I'm like, because I know somebody's every time once in a while I look on Facebook Marketplace, and you'll see stuff for cheap, and I'm just like, all I needed to do was move the legs parts and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't need to do anything crazy.
Yeah, no, you gotta spend a little bit more than that, because that's like you don't want. What you want is one that's gonna last and not be wobbly. You know,
the bike?
yeah. So for them stationary bikes, so you got to spend a little bit. The one I sent you is like $400. I think it's $400, $450. But the thing you want to look at is how much does the bike weigh?
You sent
So
me?
like,
They sent me?
nah, I sent Joshua. I inboxed him a link.
Oh,
If you look at the Peloton it weighs like 125, 130 pounds.
oh, that's what I want. That's what I want. How much is it?
$2,400.
How much?
2,400.
2,400?
Yeah.
Nice price.
Yeah, that's why I ain't got one.
Oh, hey, you know.
That's why I ain't got one. But the bike I sent is like 130 pounds. Like it's super stable.
Yeah.
The only difference is the Peloton got that fancy computer display.
Yeah,
That's
it's, you know,
what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
for us, like we've got a smart TV. So like if we put the bike in front of a smart TV, I can finagle that.
So now here's the extra. For the Peloton, you still got to pay monthly for their workout program, but you can buy it. You can buy the Peloton. You don't need the Peloton bike. You can still buy the app. It's like $20 a month.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then you could
That's
just
what my
bring it
cousin
up and you could do the Peloton anyway with a bike that costs $2,000 less.
That's what my cousin did. She got a Peloton. She got the Peloton app, but she got a different stationary bike.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, man. I ain't giving nobody $2,400. Like it ain't that much better now.
Yeah,
I can't
Yeah,
believe
because
it.
I'm thinking, I lift weights like 4 days out the week in the basement because I finally got an Olympic bar and some weights and everything, waiting for that bench to get here Friday. But I'm like, we could be on the bike every day. Like, we're up there in the room just chilling. 30 minutes is nothing, just sitting down there burning calories. And I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. Cause I'm like, I want to, like, it's been so hard to have a reason to go outside. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like really walking around the neighborhood. Like, it's cool every once in a while, but I just have this idea that, like, stuff could just pop off. Not like we live in a bad area, but I'm just saying, man, people are wild, man.
But see, like, so Josh wants this indoor bike, right? I want a rowing machine because if I'm gonna spend the time doing it, I kind of want a full body workout plus cardio. But
well, I got weights for the full body, so I don't need that.
Yeah, but it's not cardio. I want to
until
I'm out of breath.
We bought a row machine too.
Yeah, I want a row machine. Like a row machine too. Also, I feel like I burn more calories in shorter time on a row machine than I do lifting weights. Like, I still want to lift weights, but like.
Well, like for me, the idea of it is I want something where I don't have to really think about what I'm doing. Like with a rowing machine, I got to put a lot of effort. I'm already doing like heavy weight stuff. I'm lifting weights. If I'm on a bike, I can spin my legs for 30 minutes, not even pay attention. You know what I mean? And I'm doing something. Like I don't want it to be something like where I feel it's a chore. I just want to be able to get on it and just kind of do it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a bike is the path to least resistance. Like, I ain't trying to kill myself.
Like the row machine we paid $265 for ours.
That's a Norder track. That's what I had the treadmill too. They were Norder tracks. But man, it's like a 19 in weight and pound, man. It's like one of them old Buicks, man. It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. That's heavy.
You see this?
If you want, it's comfortable though. If you want to get comfortable, you can sit back, And it's got endurance. It's got about 4 different things you can for endurance, for weight loss, for this and for that. It got about 4 different programs on it,
Hey, turn your camera again, Pops. We can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me? Oh,
No.
yeah.
He's like, good.
I got it toward the bike. I forgot.
Yeah.
Let me see this rowing machine thing. I sent you the rowing machine information, baby. Look at your phone. I sent you.
I was saying, can you send me something on that Peloton?
You really want a Peloton, Grip?
Yeah, I'm thinking, it's on. You said 100 and something pounds. I want something light,
Yeah, so I can lift it up the stairs for you when I have to install it.
Yeah, it's like 125 pounds.
Yeah, I think it's like it's over. Like, no, they have a cheaper one now. There's one. I think the one's like $1,500.
Oh, really?
Peloton?
Yeah, the main one is $2,400.
Yeah, but like, Grandpa don't need to spend $2,400 on a bike.
He is pretty bougie.
Well, I need something that's going to propel me into.
I mean, what you can do, Grandpa, is Dad has a stationary bike, and you know how Dad loves to sell stuff. Give him a good offer; he'll sell you his bike.
Everybody think I'm still lying talking about it, but I ain't. I'm gonna run 100 meters in 15 seconds. The record is 15.08 for the 90 years old.
Yeah.
So I know he got a secret. I've been trying to figure out what his secret is.
You think it's the Peloton?
You probably didn't spend $2,400 on the Peloton.
I'm not.
Okay, it's starting
on the bike. I'm talking about running.
He said it's starting at $1,895. I'm on the Peloton site.
Oh yeah, with all the whistles and buttons and stuff.
Doubt it, because it said it starts at $1,895. That's the key word. Starts.
Well, still, it might be what I need because I'm going for the gusto, man.
Okay, $2,400 is everything.
Hey, Grandpa, maybe we look at some other, less expensive options for a stationary bike.
No, I got to go for the gusto.
Okay, all right, that's not my money.
So the extra listen to this. The extra $500 goes to 2 pairs of shoes, bike weights, headphones, 2 pairs, 2 heart rate monitors, a bike mat, and 2 water bottles.
Oh yeah.
That's the extra $500.
Grandma's like, that's steal.
So
Listen, Grandpa Taylor, get that base model. Give me the extra 500. I'll take care of the rest of that stuff for you.
It'd be nice too.
Yeah, like it'll still be fancy if so.
Yeah.
$500, I can buy 2 stationary bikes.
Man, for real.
We ain't actually we have to take turns. We bike right next to each other, stationary.
Yeah.
Holding hands.
That would be nice. Have 2 of them.
Hey man, that's crazy. So
On that Wi-Fi, then they got programs on there. You can compete with people probably in some kind of can't even think of the word I'm trying to say, but say if you wanted to race somebody, you probably can do it by Wi-Fi, right? Whoever got one of them Pelotons.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have the app. Like I said, you don't have to have the bike to get the app because all they got is basically an iPad on the front of it. That's all that is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got an iPad, you could just put it on your regular bike and get the Peloton app for $20.
For $2,400, Grandpa, you better be able to race everybody. You better be able to put yourself in the Tour de France as a contestant for $2,400 for a stationary bike. Like
that app is pretty cool though. That app is pretty cool.
You got the Peloton app?
No, I've seen it, just demoed it or whatever. Cause they can, put you in the scenery like while you're riding and all that stuff. You can take a different course. So it's pretty cool. And they got like workouts. Cause I work out on our bike, but I know it's nothing like when I used to go to LA Fitness and you be in that class and working and sweating. That's different. Y'all gonna make me actually buy this app. I like spinning.
It's magnetic force that you can change the resistance on the wheels. I mean, on the pedals.
I would imagine theirs is electric operated.
You can freewheel, or you can go like at one. You got 2 or 3, 4 different speeds. You can, set it at. If you want some real resistance, like going up a hill, then you set it on that particular one, man, and get that workout.
Right.
Number 1 is just a freewheel. You just almost like don't take no energy at all to move the pedal.
Yeah.
And you got me really. Man. I'm telling you, making me think about this stationary bike. I'm looking up Facebook Marketplace to see anybody wants to sell one for cheap.
What's that?
I'm on Facebook Marketplace to see anybody in my area is trying to sell any of their stuff for cheap.
Oh,
He's looking for a bike.
Yeah. I don't know. He might be able to get one here. I'm thinking serious now because I got plans. I'm on Chronicle.
I seen that bike, Grandpa. I'm gonna have to phone a friend to help me carry that thing off there.
You gonna need 2 friends.
You need for that
3.
To take what I probably have to do is take it apart.
Yeah, you got to take it apart because there ain't no way you're gonna get it in no car unless you did take it apart. The front part comes off.
That makes it.
That ain't the heavy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because the seat is on the other part.
Yeah, I have to look at that.
So,
That stationary bike, man. I can wake up in the morning before I go to work, do 30 minutes of stationary bike, go downstairs, man. That'd be a dream.
Yeah. We gotta
getting racing mode, man. Y'all don't believe it though, man.
I believe it.
I don't know whether they're gonna. Josh say they ain't gonna run no more in Europe. What do you say? 5 years?
Oh, we're not allowed to go to Europe for 5 years. They banned America.
Certain countries in the EU.
Really? 5 years?
Again, not all the countries, but there are a select few, that are like.
Yeah, that y'all stupid. That's what they like. Y'all.
I mean, but like anything else, man. Like if you can bounce around a few different airports around the world to get you anywhere you want to go. It's just probably gonna cost you a lot more money.
The World Masters is gonna be in Finland next year. It's supposed to have been in Toronto this year.
You definitely ain't going to.
But
you definitely ain't going to that. Finland ain't letting nobody from America.
I'm gonna be worked out. I'm gonna be weighing 150. running the 15-second 100 meters.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on TV, man.
Let's go.
Hey, I can break that record.
Come on, I'll be there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can get if you get in the country, I'll be there.
If your countrymen ever sit down so we can get rid of the virus.
Yeah.
God, these people make me mad.
Virus, cause we might bring the virus with us.
Yeah, I would. If I had the country, I wouldn't let y'all in either. Like, man, they stupid. Like, what? I mean, they stupid. Like, I just don't understand it. They stupid.
Hey, Uncle Pooh, are y'all? Might as well ask you this now because my wife's online. Are y'all coming? Are y'all doing Thanksgiving with us, or y'all staying at home?
We probably gonna be here.
Listen, I'm going to be very honest. The week before Thanksgiving, I will be making cute little cookie care packages and sending them to everyone who would normally come to Thanksgiving, saying kindly, I love you. You're fantastic. Please still eat on me, but you can't come to my house.
But you can't. Yeah.
So I'm not offended. I appreciate that you would.
We said we ain't going nowhere to 2021. We was gonna make the exception for coming to see Dad, but other than that, we go right here. And
like
January is looking real sketchy. I doubt I'm going anywhere in January.
Like we are thinking of driving somewhere, driving down south in September to see my family for Christmas because I know that they're quarantining. Like my dad works from home, my mama don't go out. Like they deliver everything. My sister, now that she's home, doing the same.
December, baby.
December. Oh, I meant to say December. I thought I said December.
I thought September. I'm like, you got a time machine?
I was like, man, they must be doing Christmas in September. I didn't even put it together that September already passed.
I am functioning off of like 3 hours of sleep, and I've had half of this beer, so there's a very good chance I said September. But like, yeah, we're definitely doing the like, we love you, but please don't come see us. Yeah. Like my sisters maybe would be an exception, and like Big Sean and them, because like we know those people are actually quarantined and staying home. Actually, I think my nephew might have gone back to daycare. So actually that might be a no. But like, no need to risk.
It's more in my beer. Look.
Spirit of 1776.
Don't get me started on that year.
Is that your favorite year in all of history? What kind of patriot are you?
Are you right? It's funny because I was telling Josh, like I said, all right. He said, "Is this gonna be a lighthearted show?" I said, "All right, well, I'm gonna try to be quiet." But look, we at the end now. But I've been doing like the research on the Haitian Revolution.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the late 1700s. So I'm learning about Toussaint Louverture and his networking skills, really, right? So he was hired in the French army, in the Spanish army. He had good relationship with the British army and the Americans, right? The newly formed Americans. I was really interested until like the Americans held relations with the Haitians, right? Until they declared their independence, and then they turned their back on them.
Oh yeah.
So the Haitian Revolution is our favorite historical revolution in this house. We've got, what's the documentary, honey? 1804 is this documentary that is like amazing. I think we watched it twice the first night we watched it because so much of it gets like glossed over in history. But like there was a point where Haitians, after they liberated themselves, were island hopping, like, you want some too? And people were like, nah, stop letting the Haitians come in. Like, nah, they can't come here. Like, because they were that organized.
Now. Go to the Louisiana Purchase.
Say it again?
Huh? As you know about the Louisiana Purchase.
The
court had to sell that Louisiana territory in order to sponsor that revolution over in Haiti, because he was broke. They didn't have no money, had to go get some money. So they sold us the land, so they financed that
That's a little off.
Okay, what part is off?
Napoleon declared war, or basically tried to retake over Haiti because they needed all of the money that was coming out of Haiti with all the sugar and the coffee and the other stuff, right? So like Haiti was supplying 50% of the world's sugar and coffee. So if Napoleon reinstituted slavery, they would have the wealth that they would need to continue their world conquest. Because he had that in Louisiana, but he planned on expanding and taking all of that, taking over the islands, but he needed Haiti for the money. So when they kicked his butt and ran him out of there, because they lost like 50,000 soldiers or something, like trying to defeat them in Haiti. Like it was some absurd number.
And that's why Haiti's in debt to this day.
Right. But once he ran them out, Napoleon gave up on the West. So he just sold to Thomas Jefferson because they was divesting out of the West to stay focused on what they was doing over in England. Say that again?
Actually, I thought that he sold the Louisiana territory to the United States, I think for $40 million, but I thought it was to finance that revolution, which he was losing over there in Haiti.
No, he sold that after he lost.
Or after he lost, okay.
Yeah, he sold it because they was focusing on what was going on in France.
In France, oh, okay.
Yeah, and because they were still doing their madness all over there. But yeah, the Haitians are amazing, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why they still indebted, because once they became free, Jefferson was like, man, what if they come over here, start telling them stories and get our Negroes all riled up, So they banned Haitians from coming to the country. They joined in with France and Britain and all of them, levying all of the
fines and tariffs and taxes.
And the reparations.
They have to pay them back for loss of property.
Yeah, all of that. Ridiculous, man. So,
which
and then
I feel like that's
governments and all of that good stuff.
That's also a boldly European thing to do. Be like, all right, y'all whooped our ass, but you gonna pay me. And it's like, but I whooped your, like, but we won. Like, make me? Like, what do you like? What?
It's the sanctions, man. It's
that's similar to what happened in Rhodesia. They wanted to be paid for the territory that they had, had lost during the when Mugabe was president of Rhodesia. The land was being confiscated, but they wanted people that had the land wanted to be paid for the land. In my understanding, the United States had agreed to help pay for the land, but they reneged on the agreement.
What? They lied? I'm so shocked. The United States lied? What? I don't believe it.
That's actually another area I want to study, Rhodesia now, Zimbabwe. My sister lived over there for a while. My sister lived over there, grew up. She, and this could be a debate for another way. Her grandparents were missionaries, and our parents decided that it would be good for her to get to live in another country, learn another language, experience education outside of the US. And so she was over there for like 5 or 6 years. And what'd you say?
I said, whoa.
Oh yeah, for like 5 or 6 years. That's where she met Matt. Like obviously they didn't start like dating when she was there, but that's her now husband. She met those 5 years when he lived over here, and that man chased her across the world to, marry her. But like, yeah, like it's got such an interesting history and the way things are set up. And so that's something I want to learn. And the next time she goes to visit, I kind of want to be like, can we tag along? But
I prefer the Dex to say that perhaps he didn't chase her before, perhaps she couldn't live without him. She's like, come with me. And he was just like,
Look, I got an interesting storyline from Haiti, right? So turns out that the slavery there was so rough. Y'all seen the documentary. I haven't actually seen the documentary, so it would be like some of a review. But it was so rough and crazy, right? That the average expectancy for the enslaved people was like a year or two. So literally the plantation owners wasn't feeding and just worked their chattel to death, right? Until they died. So this caused the problem because they couldn't breed them fast enough to keep up with the amount of people that they needed. So they kept a constant flow of Africans coming from Africa, right? So this if you think about the Haitian Revolution, if you're thinking every year you got massive turnover, how did these people unite, right? Because, and I use that because, you know, black people tell me today, we're not a monolith. Freddie, we're not a monolith. We're not a monolith. We don't all won't need the same things. But look, all these people were coming from Africa, from different tribes. Some of them, they didn't speak the same languages. They come with different, all of this. What if they was in Haiti saying, we're not a monolith? No, I'm not working with you. We're not a monolith. Like, you see the absurdity of not unifying to get the foot off your neck. That's what my point is, right? Like, we got a foot on our neck today here in America, but we busy arguing about not being together in every single way, rather than uniting to get the damn foot off our neck, right? Frustrates the hell out of me with us. But I just saw another situation where people who aren't even of the same anything coming together, uniting to overthrow bullshit, right?
One of the things that is, I think, most interesting about being about that they showed in the documentary was how they used dance and religion to their power, and how they merged kind of all the different faiths that came together. Because again, they weren't from the same places, to use that to communicate. And also, what was cool and also a little bit terrifying to think about, but still kind of cool, was they were like, listen, you're either with us or you're with the enemy. There's not an in between. Like, you don't have to love everything we're doing or agree, but you're either fighting or you're getting rode over. Pick one, and we're gonna act accordingly. And like, it's kind of like, oh God, you have to imagine, like, somebody looked at their mama one day and was like, hey girl, so what you doing? Because this is awkward. Like,
that's gonna work. That was the only way it was going to work, though. You couldn't be half-stepping for your freedom.
Yeah,
that's one thing they don't place upon, like when the Haitian Revolution, is the fact that it's cool when Americans and everyone else in the world fought against tyranny to be free, but when Black people did it, man, they still, I gotta keep bringing it up. They still got to pay the tax for their freedom, which is absurd.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that, man, it was so, I'm gonna have to watch this 1804, because the intricacies of what was going on is just so, you know, between the big whites, the little whites, the mulattoes, who didn't see themselves with the enslaved people at all. They weren't abolitionists. They were actually plantation owners and had enslaved people. Like, it's just crazy.
That's like what we talked about last week for colorism. Like, you got, like, up until, like I was saying, up until the 80s, it was literally, you were either Black or white American, and everybody who came here was immigrant. Was like, oh, unless it was like Africans people, and even some of them, it was like, hey man, I'm definitely white. You had dark-skinned Indians saying that they're white. Like, you know how wild that is. That, like, because like it was he's even in Trevor Noah's stand-up, one of his earlier stand-ups, where he was talking about how he came to America, and he's like, I've never been to a place where they ask you what your race is. And so he put down, well, I wonder if I put white. And then, like, the lady saw him do that, and she's like, oh, you can't do that. And he was like, why? And he's like, it can't be because there's better benefits for one class over another. And she didn't say nothing. And he was just like, oh, so this is just like the apartheid in Africa.
Right.
Because he was like, it was like a bank loan. And how he was just like, well, my mother, like, he's like, well, my father was white, I'll put white down. Because he was like, you know, but it's weird. You know, that goes back to the, like, what you're talking about. I think we were all talking about it. Getting rid of the electoral college system. Like, the whole thing is archaic.
I just seen something that said "land don't vote," and it was showing like the electoral college
I saw that.
overlap with like population density or whatever.
Mhm.
You saw that Lindsey Graham thing when earlier today when he was asking. Oh, so Lindsey Graham was talking to the person that Donald Trump wants to replace RGB as the judge, and he said so you're not. She's like, he was asking her about the something that happened. So Lindsey Graham, to the girl, to the lady, you're not aware of an effort to go back to the good old days of segregation by legislative bodies. Is that correct? That's a question that Lindsey Graham asked this woman who is Amy Coney Barrett, right? And some people were responding to it like, oh, he's just being tongue in cheek or whatever. I'm like, why do you need to be tongue in cheek about asking about segregation?
Yeah, like,
then why'd you say good old days? Like, that's wild to me. He's telling himself this is Lindsey Graham, Republican from South Carolina. So if y'all South Carolina and he's still your representative, y'all might want to do something about that.
If you haven't had the privilege of ever listening to anything Lindsey Graham has to say, oh my God, if there's ever a night you want to be frustrated. When we sold political time, like I used to have to sell airtime nonpartisan, whether I loved what you said, hated what you said, any of that. And watching some of the ads come in and some of the things, oh, he's a treat.
He's a treat.
A delight.
Well, all I know about politics is I'm about to get a fat steak out of this, and I'm excited about it.
Well, hold on. I want to ask Grandpa before we end the show and ask Grandpa. Hold on a second. Before we end the show, and ask Grandpa a question. Speaking of Grandpa, can you hear me?
That steak, that means it was a massacre. You just came in. I'm fighting down to the last inch.
I want to ask Grandpa a question before we log off.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about segregation, what was it like, the transition between segregation to desegregation when it happened, when you were experiencing it?
I didn't know it happened. When did it happen?
Okay, well, that's the end of the show, everybody.
They still got it going on. A little bit more subtle now, but hey, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I was watching YouTube, and the thing was about Black German people were born in Germany, and when they came over here, they didn't quite understand what was going on, and so this German woman, she was ready to go back to Hamburg because she said there was no sense of this racism over there, They knew that you in Germany that you maybe was a different, color, but there was no thing about I'm betting you. So she enjoyed her coming up during the Hitler era until Hitler came along and decided to get rid of the private schools and things. But then she says she came over here, and she says that, and she came into New York because she married a soldier over in Germany, but she came to New York, and then she went to North Carolina, and she was saying something about, I felt so uncomfortable that she was almost ready. She was ready to go back to Germany. Even when Germany was having a hard time because of the war and the devastation. She said she just never felt right. She just felt uncomfortable here. And I happened to mention that the other day. We was talking about how we were over in Germany, and when Hank was over there, and you go into it. There's something about it that you feel more comfortable over there than you do over here. Honestly, you feel more relaxed, and it happened in France too. Remember, you felt more comfortable. I mean, I don't know what it is, but there's something in the air that make you feel more relaxed, that you're accepted more so there than here.
They ain't these crazy ass Americans. Shit. I mean, that's just the truth, man. I mean, these people got a problem here, man. Like they really do. And you don't experience, I haven't experienced that anywhere else. I was just in Vancouver. I didn't experience it there. We was in Britain. I ain't experienced it there. We was in France.
I have to say I do like Germany over France. When I was in Germany, it was nice. It was quiet. The food was good. France was pretentious. I don't think there's anything really good about France, really.
When I was in Germany, I got called a pickaninny by a little boy, and a man followed me around going, sexual chocolate for like 2 blocks until our tour guide jumped in. Yeah, it was.
So for 2 blocks, you were getting sexually assaulted, and your tour guide's like, "Oh, this is normal."
He wasn't around.
He
wasn't around until the second block, and our tour guide was this like big burly Czech man, and the guy had been following me and one of the other girls who's on the trip with me. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was Whoa Sexual Chocolate Big Mama. She was Whoa Sexual Chocolate until our tour guide, like, and we were also very much minors. Like we were like 16, 17, and like our tour guide hopped in.
Over there. It's different rules over there. It's different not when you're 16. Because you can drink when you're 14 in Germany.
Yeah, we definitely drank while we were there. I remember because we were of age there, but like our tour guide had to hop in and be like,
yeah, because McDonald's sell beer in Germany, right?
I feel like in the Czech Republic they did, so I assume in Germany they do.
A hamburger and a beer.
Shameless plug by Uncle Pooh Bear with the Busy Mac My Ancestors Proud.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's get it up.
You might as well tell them you might as well tell people where they can get that.
urbanintellectuals.com. Yes, you can get it there for now.
Yeah, man. You know what? Let's do that. I think I'm gonna have to call some people who've been abroad. Traveling while black.
I want to be.
Let that be next week's episode. Y'all cool with that? Traveling while
absolutely.
Black?
Traveling while black. Okay.
I'm gonna have to see if I can get some people who are not immediately related to me on this episode. I get some people who got some fresh stories I haven't heard yet. Of course, my wife's gonna be on here because she can hear me.
There you go, the burp at the end of the episode.
All right, Grandpa, you want to sign off? You want to give us a sign off?
Well, I want Freddie to send me that file. I mean, I can't even think what I'm trying to say
about the Peloton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give me a link to it. Josh, you may have something out here that you might want. I'm serious though about eventually getting rid of it. It's too cumbersome for me.
I mean, regardless if I want it or not, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the one that has to take it apart. So, oh man. But all right. Anybody else got anything they want to sign off with? Oh, Ashley, you want to tell people who are watching you're open for business as a lactation consultant or whatever?
It will be official next week, but yes, I was gonna say I am super, super passionate about breastfeeding and giving nursing people the support they need to be able to do it, because I hear so much that like, oh, it just didn't work with that baby, or oh, it's just too hard. And a lot of the time it's just they didn't have the support that they wanted. So like, I love it. I'm passionate about it. I will answer random questions. I will answer questions that you think are stupid. If I don't know an answer, I will find you the resources. But I mean, at the end of the day, feeding your baby is what's important. But if you can give them the nourishment that's going to help protect their bodies, especially while something as wild as COVID is going on, even if it's just a little, even if you're doing it exclusive for that first 6 months, like, let me help, please. I wanna. I will have more information on actual like website in detail on a next episode, but like I originally was doing another project that was about like lifestyle and how to get your home together. And now all I care about is breastfeeding, especially when we live in a world where people don't want to take their health seriously. So at least we can save these babies, because COVID seems like it's going to be here for a while. So yes, that is my rant, getting off the soapbox, but like breastfeed. Yeah.
Well, I can't tell that you're passionate about it. If you
I know, right? I hold it in, don't I?
Yeah, if you only weren't so shy about it.
But yes.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. Traveling While Black. Let's see. Uncle Pooh, you gotta get some of the people that you know on here, man. I know you got some people who can jump on here.
Man, you don't want my people to get on here.
I do. We gotta get racing.
I'll see if I've been wanting Asada to talk to Pop, so I'm gonna see if I can catch her.
Who?
A friend of mine named Asada.
Carne Asada?
Yeah, no, not that one. More like a shot of Shakur.
Thank you.
Yeah, more like her, right?
Do you need some lunch, honey?
Yeah.
No.
Kind of hungry, man. But,
Yeah, he hungry, boy. Yeah, no, all right. I'll see. Yeah, let me see. That would be a good discussion. And she travels a lot too, so that would be.
It's gonna be.
Is she the one that had that travel agency?
Not her. I can talk to her too.
Oh, yeah, I was just
All right,
wondering.
well, everybody. Next week is Traveling While Black. We're gonna get this. You know, we're as a matter of fact, people who are watching this still, or if you're watching later, message us. We're looking for people who have traveled abroad while black. I mean, you could be domestic too, because I'm sure effed up stuff happened to you around the country driving around. But just whatever. So it's another great episode. Everybody, I love you. Thank you for joining. As usual, thank you, Grandpa, for allowing us to have some of your time. And I might have to find you some more of these. This is almost gone. The Cerveza Del Rey. This is actually good, Grandpa. You might like this.
Yeah, well, you have to
So,
bring it out there.
Until next week.
Let me be the judge of it. Yeah.
Let me be the judge of that.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Signing off.
Okay.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye.